So a virtual E3 is official for 2021, and Phil Spencer has confirmed that Xbox will be there in full force. So I thought it would be a bit of fun to go over some predictions of mine, some safe, some average, and some absolutely ridiculous. Let's have a little bit of fun about what Team Xbox may bring to what could be a huge digital event from June 12th to the 15th. Before we get going, I would just like to say thanks for checking out this video. If you enjoy what I do on this channel at all, I would love for you to hit like, hit subscribe, share this with your friends, follow me on Twitter at Direckt Gaming, or follow our podcast at ControllersPod on Twitter as well. Thanks so much for sticking with this channel if you're a regular viewer, and thanks for checking it out if you're a new one. There's been a lot going on, and there's going to be some awesome new content coming from this new space that we're in, so let's get right into it. First prediction is an absolute obvious one. It's going to be a Halo gameplay reveal 2.0 for Infinite from 343 Industries. Obviously, Infinite was meant to be out by now. It was meant to come out last year at the launch of the new consoles. But after showing itself in June, it was put on the back burner, and 343 have made some changes. They've been working hard behind the scenes and showing a little bit of stuff, but they've yet to show more gameplay. They've yet to show much more about the story or anything like that. So I think they're going to come back in a big way and show the next reveal for the updated graphics. And I think it's going to have, the Series X enhancements. You're going to be looking at ray tracing and all that kind of stuff. Gameplay to me in the 2020 gameplay reveal looked fantastic, and I stand by that, but I understand why people were concerned about the graphics, and I'm glad that they've pushed it back. Since then, there's been really great communication from the team at 343. They've been doing their Inside Infinite blog posts, and lots of great pictures have come out, but it's not, the same as seeing gameplay. So very excited to see how it's looking now. It's been delayed till fall of 2021. It's probably going to come out around Halo's anniversary, which I think is the start of November. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. They're definitely going to show a beautiful new version of Infinite. I think it's going to absolutely blow people away with the new graphics. I think they're going to show it running on Series X, because this is so weird, but it will be the first time that they've shown it running on the new console. I have a feeling also that it might be a new area, a new biome, not the Pacific Northwest area again. I hope they show more story stuff, and I really hope they get into a bit of campaign details. But I also think they're going to probably show a little bit of multiplayer, or maybe just a multiplayer trailer, and have an announcement for the Halo Infinite multiplayer flight or beta, and, sign up now kind of things. Definitely that's going to be something we're going to be seeing, is Halo Infinite, and I'm hoping they announce the release date for November the 7th, 117. It would be pretty cool, but otherwise Halo's anniversary would also make sense. My second obvious prediction, or kind of obvious prediction, is a gameplay reveal for Ninja Theory's Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. I really think Xbox needs to take a bit of a leaf from Sony's book, show some extended gameplay in this press conference. And some people I know don't know if it's going to be a press conference. I think Microsoft will do their typical press conference style, hopefully games introduced by their developers, and then hopefully some extended gameplay, not just teaser trailers, not just short clips. I really want to see 5 minutes or so at least would be fantastic of Hellblade gameplay with some developer commentary would be great, highlighting the audio, the graphical prowess, the studio growth, this Icelandic setting that the new game's going to have. And I have a feeling this will be showing Unreal Engine 5 in action, and I really think it's going to be mind-blowing. Initially, I thought this would be release date of 2022, but I think either they're not going to say release date or it's going to be 2023, and it's probably been pushed back due to COVID like so many other games. There's just game after game this year that are being announced for 2021 and then being delayed. So I think they're either going to say 2023 or say nothing. This one's a little bit unlikely, but we may see it, and I think Playground Games might do a little bit like what Obsidian did last year. They showed Grounded, they showed Avowed, they showed the new Outer Worlds DLC. I think this is going to be a little bit similar. Playground Games, I have a feeling they're going to show a new trailer for Fable with this time in-game visuals. I don't think this is going to show gameplay. It's just going to show in-engine. It's going to show the world. It's going to be actually what the game is about. Fable was really the showstopper, one more thing at Microsoft's event last year, and it was great. That was an awesome little trailer, but I have a feeling this would be smack bang in the middle of the show. Bit of a funny, condensed 1 to 2 minute trailer with in-game rendered visuals, maybe snippets of gameplay and combat or something like that, and cutscenes from the game. Now, I don't know if this game still is going to be fully realistic or stylized. I really don't know. I think it will have some stylization, but I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. I think it might be announced for 2022, but again, due to COVID, I just think these games are all being pushed back at least 1 year. The RPG studio at Playground were only formed in 2018 though, so it might be further away, and I'd say it's probably further away than Hellblade at this point, especially due to the pandemic. With Playground having a bit of a showcase, this is more of a bit of a ridiculous prediction. I think Forza Horizon 5 has the potential to be announced. It's going to have a Japanese setting. It's going to release in 2022 as well. I was initially thinking this may come out this year, but again, due to the pandemic, I don't think we're going to see really any big new games coming out except Infinite, and that was delayed anyway. We know that Turn 10 is still in early development with Motorsport, and Forza Horizon 4 came out in 2018, and it's just been added to and supported, and in my opinion, it's probably the best racing game of all time. But it's time for them to go to Japan. I would love, this is my prediction, but I would also really love to see Toyota's drifting toge in Japanese mountains. I think that would be incredible. A Mazda RX-7 and a Toyota Sprinter or like a Nissan Skyline or something like that would be incredible. I think you'd be looking at ray tracing, 60 frames a second, 4K on Series X or, 120 Hertz, all that kind of stuff. If it is looking like it's coming out in the next year or so, I think it could also be releasing on last-gen consoles like Forza Horizon 3 did, but we shall see. And I think that would be huge for Playground to come out and show 2 games. So I think Bethesda and Microsoft are going to be all in one for this press conference. Usually Bethesda have their own press conference and it's usually a bit so. I think Bethesda are going to open the show with Starfield, a big blockbuster opener. It's going to just be kind of like the Outer Worlds was at E3 in 2019. They'll show story stuff, snippets of gameplay, world building, teasers of, a mystery or whatever. And I think it's going to look incredible. I think it will open with the Xbox Game Studios logo and then the Bethesda Game Studios logo. And I just think this is going to break the internet. I also actually think this game will be releasing in fall 2021. October is my prediction, and I absolutely think it's going to be exclusive to Xbox Series consoles and PC. This one is a pretty unlikely prediction, but I would love to see gameplay for Avowed from Obsidian Entertainment. When Obsidian were purchased by Microsoft back in 2018, they were already working on Avowed. Now, I don't think this will happen, but I really want it to. Avowed is highly anticipated by so many people after last year's show, and also with the success of the Outer Worlds, and people really have this love for Obsidian, which I think is entirely fair. They are an incredible team. I think it'd be cool if they were to show some gameplay, even if it was just a short segment. Maybe a conversation or maybe some combat. I don't know. A raw bit of gameplay would be fantastic with one of the studio heads talking over it. Again, a bit of a ridiculous prediction, but one that I would love to see. Finally, Xbox always do a big blockbuster closer for the show. And this is probably the most ridiculous prediction in this entire video. I think a big blockbuster teaser to end the show for Banjo-Kazooie would absolutely break the internet. Now, the problem with this is I have no idea who would be developing it. Rare are already developing Sea of Thieves and have Everwild in the pocket as well. Delilah just stopped working on Battletoads, and I don't think a small team like that would be given such a huge property. Compulsion Games, I think, are working on a horror game. Somebody new, I just don't know. Maybe Microsoft are putting together something. Again, I think this is entirely unlikely. It's a ridiculous prediction, but I think it would be absolutely huge if they did. And I think it is something that Microsoft absolutely need to be working on, is a new Banjo-Kazooie game. You know, live up to the hype of the old ones, be a really great 3D platformer, and, you know, bring that pedigree to the Xbox platform, and I think that would be fantastic for fans of the series. But again, I think it's a ridiculous prediction that's probably not going to happen, but hey, let's see. This is really just part one of my thoughts on what we're going to see at E3. I think I'm going to do a video more about what Bethesda games we might see there, more about what third-party games we'd like to see there, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Give me your ideas and maybe we'll go through some of them in the next video too. That's pretty much all I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts about all these predictions down below. Am I insane? Probably. But hopefully it was a bit of fun. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, peace.